Hey guys, I'm Phil Town from Rule 1 Investing. Tax season's getting a lot closer, and we already discussed some really good ways that you can think about using your refund, which is awesome. Now, if you haven't already watched that video on the 5 things you should do with your tax return, just make sure you click on the link that we put on your screen or in the description and go watch that first, because that's some really good things you should do it. So now, in addition to using your tax returns for really important good things we already discussed, there are, of course, some really bad things you could use it for as well. So let's talk about those dumb things. So here are the 5 things that you should definitely avoid doing with that big chunk of money that you're going to be really tempted to do when you get your refund. All right, first thing, you're going to be very tempted. Let's just go on a great vacation someplace really exotic. All right, so here we go to Sandals in Turks or whatever, right? You watch this stuff on TV and it's just nothing but beautiful beaches, and you hang out and you take your tax return and you go and spend it on sitting around a beach. And when you come home, it's gone. So you don't want to do that. What is even worse is you probably spent your tax return and then you put another few $1,000s on your credit card at 18%. So this is just stupid. Don't do that. What we want to do is find a good thing to do with this money, not sort of rack up some silly vacation. All right, we want to get our money working for us, not going the other way around. Okay, so second, you shouldn't just jump into a big purchase that is not an asset that's going to produce a great return for you. Now, that could be you're thinking about a new car, whatever it might be, right? You want to buy this thing. Housing, little different story. If you want to buy a new house and you're not trying to make the neighbors think you're awesome by getting some kind of McMansion. This is a place that you want to live in because the kids need to go to a good school, whatever it is. Fine, make sure it's a good investment, get a great interest rate and go for it. But you don't need to move up in cars. Nobody's impressed. Just keep buying that junker and keep fixing it up, and then put that extra money away where you can really use it and build your retirement. Now, you don't need to be moving all the way up in your life all the time. We can just call that buying up, and it's not necessary. Okay, just don't do it. You just stay where you are. One of the things that I did that was really smart when I first started investing, you remember I started with like $1,000, is that I had learned to live out of a bag about this big. Everything I had was in that bag. I didn't move up, all right? So be sure you don't either. Make sure you're holding on to all of your capital so you can get that money out there, because these dollars right here, that first $1,000 I was investing, that was later worth millions of dollars. And by the way, if you don't believe that, there's a great story about Warren Buffett riding in an elevator, and he was with these guys from an insurance company who told about it. He said Warren Buffett got on and he looked down at the floor, and they all looked down and there's a penny on the floor. And they're all thinking, is Warren Buffett going to pick that penny up, right? Because he's famous for being really tight with money. And the elevator goes up to Warren's floor, and the doors open, he steps off. And he looks at the guys, he steps off, he looks back, and before the door closes, he bends down and picks up the penny out of the, and he goes, beginning of the next billion. And the truth is, this is a guy who's 80 years old, right? He's not going to be around for the next billion, but you are. If you're starting now, you're in your 40s, that penny could be an awful lot of money down the road. So don't throw it away on something you don't need. Third, you shouldn't loan your money to somebody else that needs money. All right, I know you want to help people. I know you want to try to help them get off the ground, but you have a responsibility to your family and to your own future to take care of yourself. So stop thinking like somebody who's a dependent of the federal government, because you guys are going to have to take care of yourself down the road. The number of people who are going to be begging for retirement, the number of people who are going to be carried by a healthcare system is going to overwhelm the workers that are left. And at some point in time, they're going to monetize that debt by just making it worthless. So don't count on the government bailing you out. You need to be able to take care of yourself. Your neighbors need to be able to take care of themselves as well. And you have to remember that if you don't have anything, you can't really help people in a lot of ways that they need help. So don't start giving away your seed corn. You're going to need that to grow your own crop. Fourth, you got to avoid a shopping spree on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. You're not going to go shopping at the big stores. I'm telling you, this stuff is tempting, especially when you're making money. I have actually gone down there and bought my wife a dress at Dolce & Gabbana for $6,000 she wore once. It was the dumbest thing I have ever done in my life. So Don't get all carried away. Oh, I got some money, and go shopping on Rodeo. You can shop all you want once you're out there getting 15% return. And then you've got plenty of capital stacked away for your retirement. Great. But right now, again, don't spend the seed corn. You're going to need it for your own crop. Fifth, I bet you saw this one coming. Don't give your money to a mutual fund manager. Please don't give your money to a mutual fund manager. Those guys, almost none of them can beat the market. They get classically low returns. The myth in the industry is that this is how you invest your 401k. And in some places, the 401ks don't even give you a choice. You just have to put it with a fund manager, which is crazy. Those commissions and those fees that they charge you will chew up your retirement. John Bogle at Vanguard said that he wrote a letter to the SEC that explained why those fees and commissions will eat up about 60% of your retirement. You can do this a lot better yourself, you guys. It's not rocket science to go out and figure out how to buy one stock, SPY, and you can just take care of everything those fund managers were ever gonna do for you. So learn how to do that. That's pretty basic, all right? Now, I'd love to hear from you guys. What are you planning to do with the tax refund? And I know some of you are gonna write and tell me, I'm going to sandals. All right, go ahead, write. Anyway, leave your comment below and I'll be sure to answer, and we'll follow up with you. See if we can get a little conversation going about what to do with this money. So thanks for watching. Now go play. So if you enjoyed this video, you guys feel it was valuable, then please subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends or anybody else who you think, might benefit from this information. And also, to learn how to take control of your money, take my 14-day challenge. All you got to do is click the link on the screen and in the description, and it'll take you right over to it.